Today up in the hills is changing a couple cam bearings in a 360 in-car engine assembled, and I'm going to do it with a chisel by popping it in and see that I can get this little crevice so that I can pry that out and then yank on it with a pair of pliers to pull it out through the front, because what I want to do is get to this bearing in here that's got a bunch of the surface missing off of it right about there next to an oil hole. So we're gonna do the impossible. This is clip one. So I'm gonna tap it and use a screwdriver to take this part out. Can't do this with one hand, so. All right. Okay, so use a screwdriver to get under that little groove. I'm gonna use this pair of pliers and kind of go this way, but keeping in mind not to destroy or scratch up the bore of the cam tunnel. All right, so here I go. What I'm gonna do is, I'm going to get the expander size that I need, put the new bearing on there to make sure it's snug, that I'm at the right size or close, pull that bearing back off, and then stick it in the actual bearing that I'm going to take out, and I'm just going to knock it inward. And I'm going to use this really fine-toothed 1/4-inch ratchet with a 3 or 7/8 on it to then loosen the expander, and then fiddle-faddle the bearing off and pull up through the valley window. And then I will install the bearings in normal fashion, but freehand with this here deal and a hammer. So, pop that bearing out, and we're going to loosen up the expander and pull the bearing off with a little magnet and some bullshit pliers. Take it out and then pop new ones in. All right, that's good. That bearing's looser than a goose now. Dad, you want to get in there? Okay. All right, you got it. And there it be.
Yeah, we know how to drive it now.
Yeah. Second bearing in. And with the help of, yeah, away we go. Yeah, there you go. Use the pin mark on the top part of the shell, upper shell, going across so that you know, lining up with this bolt right here, that you know that your oil hole is going to line up. All three, that is. And then you want to also look from both sides of the galley window so that you can see that there's no journal material showing on each side of the hole. Basically that your hole's lined up all the way for the cam bearing. All right, there you go. Now we're going to do this one, and that's that. We've done what people don't normally do. Here we are. Got our cam in. It was about 6 degrees off. Needed to close at 40. And it was at about 46 and a half. I just put 6 degrees advance into it. Half degree is probably margin of error. It's all good anyways. If you can feel half degree, then fuck, you're special.